Imagine a world where building good habits feels so natural, it's almost automatic. No struggle, no resistance, just a seamless flow toward the life you want. Sounds too good to be true, right? But what if I told you that the secret lies in making things easier, not harder? In Chapter 12 of Atomic Habits, James Clear introduces the law of least effort. It's a simple but powerful idea. The easier a behavior is, the more likely you are to stick with it. This principle isn't just about convenience. It's about designing your habits to work with your nature, not against it. You'll discover how to minimize obstacles, shape your environment, and use your brain's natural tendencies to your advantage. Whether it's exercising, eating healthier, or staying productive, this chapter will show you how to remove friction and make success inevitable. Let's dive in and uncover how making habits easier can transform your life. No extra effort required. Welcome to Book Summary, where you can unlock the power of books in minutes, not months. Get the key insights, chapter by chapter, and start learning smarter, not harder. Let's begin. In Chapter 12 of Atomic Habits, James Clear introduces us to a principle that can revolutionize how we approach building habits: the law of least effort. At its core, this concept is simple. Humans naturally gravitate toward the path of least resistance. When something is easy to do, we're far more likely to follow through. The chapter teaches us how to design our habits and environments so that doing the right thing requires as little effort as possible. Clear begins by explaining that every action we take is influenced by how much energy it requires. If something feels hard, our brains are wired to resist it. Think about how often we procrastinate on starting a workout because finding the time, changing clothes, and driving to the gym feels like a hassle. But what if working out required less effort? That's exactly what this chapter is about: reducing the friction between you and your goals. To illustrate this, Clear shares a real-world example of how an executive used the law of least effort to change his life. Instead of keeping his guitar in its case in a closet, he placed it on a stand in his living room. This small adjustment made picking up the guitar so easy that he started practicing daily. Over time, he became the guitarist he always wanted to be, not because he worked harder, but because he made practicing effortless. The key takeaway here is that convenience drives behavior. If you want to build a habit, make it as easy as possible. On the flip side, if you want to break a bad habit, increase the effort required. For example, if you're trying to watch less TV, unplugging the device and storing the remote in another room adds just enough friction to make turning it on less appealing. Clear also explores the idea of designing your environment to work for you, not against you. Imagine trying to eat healthier. If your pantry is filled with chips and cookies, resisting temptation becomes a daily battle. But if your kitchen is stocked with fresh fruits and vegetables, the easier choice is also the healthier one. This isn't about willpower. It's about shaping your surroundings to make good habits the default. Another fascinating concept in this chapter is the principle of automation. Clear explains that one of the best ways to reduce effort is to use tools, routines, and systems that take the decision-making out of the equation. For instance, setting up automatic bill payments ensures you never miss a deadline. Similarly, meal prepping on Sundays can eliminate the daily effort of deciding what to eat. Clear ties these ideas back to the psychology of habits, showing that reducing friction doesn't just make behaviors easier, it also makes them more consistent. The less energy a habit requires, the more likely it is to become part of your daily routine. He also shares practical strategies for implementing the law of least effort in your life. One example is the 2-minute rule, which states that when starting a new habit, you should scale it down to something you can do in 2 minutes or less. Want to read more? Start by reading just 1 page. Want to exercise? Commit to putting on your workout clothes. These micro-habits are so easy that they require almost no effort, but they create momentum that leads to bigger wins. Clear highlights that this principle isn't just about personal habits, it applies to organizations and systems too. Businesses often succeed or fail based on how easy they make it for customers to use their products. Amazon, for instance, became a global giant by making shopping incredibly simple. One-click purchasing, fast delivery, and easy returns reduce friction, encouraging people to buy more. The overarching message of Chapter 12 is empowering. Success doesn't have to feel hard. By designing your habits and environment to minimize effort, you can make change easier, more enjoyable, and sustainable. Whether it's eating healthier, saving money, or staying productive, the law of least effort shows that simplicity is the key to consistency. This chapter is a reminder that you don't need to rely on willpower to succeed. Instead, focus on creating a system where the easiest choice is the one that aligns with your goals. Over time, these small, frictionless actions compound into massive results. So, the next time you're struggling to build a habit, ask yourself, how can I make this easier? The answer might just change everything. Thank you so much for watching and exploring Chapter 12 of Atomic Habits with me. I hope you're feeling inspired to start simplifying your habits and making them effortless. Remember, the easier something is, the more likely it is to stick. And that's the magic of the law of least effort. But we're not done yet. In the next video, we'll dive into Chapter 13, how to stop procrastinating by using the 2-minute rule. It's an incredible strategy for overcoming hesitation and taking action, even when motivation is low. If you've ever struggled to start a new habit or felt stuck in procrastination, this chapter is going to change the game for you. Thanks again for being here. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe so you don't miss any of these life-changing lessons. I'll see you in Chapter 13.